Oh, hi. I'm just in the middle of A is for Audra, but thank you for pushing the play button on the video. I'd like to tell you all about 2019 while I take a short pause from my book. We went skiing in Whistler with the family in late March. After the skiing trip, George and Marilyn got to meet Salim's mum, Nazir, for the very first time. In May, we went to New York again for the trade show. We saw 5 art museums, including the Metropolitan Museum of Art, where we got to see the camp show that was on display. We also went to MoMA's PS1 gallery, where we saw my new favorite artist, Gina Beavers. Here's some photos of her work right now. As well as all these art galleries, we also got to see Benji while he was still single, and we got to see 7 Broadway shows, including Mean Girls, Tootsie, Kiss Me Kate, Beetlejuice, and King Kong. It was quite nice to be able to see all that theater. In June, Eileen and I went to London together. We saw a Shakespeare production at the Globe Theatre, took a ride on the Thames, and went to Stonehenge. Merry Christmas from Stonehenge. Saw the Rempel McMahons in July. In July, my cousin got married in a beautiful ceremony on the west side of Vancouver. It was nice seeing all my little cousins and my aunt and my other relatives. Back to London in September for a trade show with Salim and Samira. We stayed in the east side near Brick Lane. In early November, we went to Saskatoon for my sister's wedding. It was a nice affair held at the Bessborough Hotel.
Look to your right, see Egypt. Look to your left, say Egypt.
We were indeed in Egypt, where we saw the pyramids, the Sphinx, and the Egyptian Museum. All these items were close or in Cairo. Lovely to see so much antiquities. And then we went to Dahab on the seaside with our friend Brent, who is also our host in Cairo. After Dahab, we went inland to a town called St. Catherine's, where there's an ancient monastery near Mount Sinai. We toured the monastery, saw some of its art treasures, and then in the afternoon, we summited Mount Sinai, walking all the way up, including 700 stone steps. Merry Christmas from Mount Sinai. The following day, we had an entire day of camel riding lessons with our teacher, Mohammed. I have to say that we were top of the class. We learned how to make a camel sit down, get up. We learned how to hobble it. We learned how to make it go, how to make it stop, and how to turn it left and right. Truly an unforgettable experience. We took an overnight train from Cairo to Aswan, where we took a felucca ride, and then we boarded a cruise that would take us to Luxor. Along the way, we saw sunsets, we saw temples at different times of the day, we saw the Valley of the Kings. Unfortunately, during this trip, Salim's dad died. After the cruise, we went back to Cairo, where we did some more exploring. We saw the Citadel and spent some time on the streets. It's rather dusty in Cairo, but very, very interesting and full of layers rich with history. So that's it for 2019, folks. Lots of thanks to Salim for helping with this, and hope to see you all again. And I'm going to get back to A is for Audra now. Bye.